On April 20th, 1964, the first jar of Nutella rolled off a production line in a small Italian town. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Therapy.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Reddit on Wiki. It's your boy Josh here, joined with my friends, co-hosts, brothers, John and Sean. What's going on, boys?
Hello.
I do love Nutella.
I was going to ask, what are your thoughts on Nutella?
I fucking love it.
Same.
However, I don't like getting it in the U.S.
Interesting. Okay.
I knew there was going to be a bougie twist.
Yeah, I knew there
The
you should have
European
known.
version, unfortunately, so much better.
I mean, you're probably right. I've never had it, so I can't even speak to it.
Yeah, I started eating that bad boy in like the second or third grade.
Nice.
I used to have them at a grocery store my mom shopped at. Started with a K, and it's not Kmart, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you. But
Okay.
yeah, I remember eating that and then being like, oh, what a sweet little treat. And then in high school, like blowing the fuck up, and everybody was having it all the time. I said, oh, I'm a fucking hipster, dude. I was way ahead of the curve.
like a crepe with Nutella and Biscoff.
Whoa, both.
Damn.
Two spreads.
Yeah, crepe.
Heaven.
Oh, wait. Or are you talking about the actual Biscoff, like the cookie?
And a spread as well. It's a cookie
Oh.
butter and Nutella in it. So it's
That's crazy. But yeah, so the first Nutella jar came out on this day in 1964 out of a factory in Alba, Italy. But the real story starts about 20 years later, where a pastry chef named Pietro Ferraro, I guess.
Of Rocher family?
Of the Rocher family. Yeah. Was watching workers head to the factory every morning with just bread and tomatoes for lunch, and he wanted to give them something sweet they could actually afford. The problem was cocoa was basically a luxury item after the war, so he started cutting it with hazelnuts, which were everywhere in that part of Italy. And this made this chocolate hazelnut paste he sold in blocks. Then, this is legend and speculation, on a really hot summer day, the blocks melted in the warehouse, and instead of throwing it out, he started putting it into jars. His son, Michael, eventually reworked the recipe and needed a new name because Italy passed a law banning brand names with superlatives, so Super Crema was out. He then combined the English word nut with the Italian suffix ella, and that was that. So, how long does a jar of Nutella last in your house, boys?
I don't keep it in
Not
my
long.
house, unfortunately.
I don't buy it. It's much like cereal for me. I don't buy it because I'll eat it immediately.
That's like a sweet treat you get outside. I don't bring that in. Otherwise, it'd be bad.
I had a college roommate who was allergic to peanuts. I know, Sean. Calm down.
sad.
I'm so mad.
But he could eat hazelnuts, and then I remember him getting pissed off when they like kind of popped off and like Nutella became super popular. He's like, they're making it so expensive now.
Yeah, it used to be fucking cheap.
Yeah. So it's.
I remember my treat as a child was pan de sal, one slice with Nutella, and then the other slice with peanut butter, and then make a little sandwich. Fucking good.
That does sound good.
Shout out my moms.
My bad addiction in the past was just eating like a jar of cookie butter from Trader Joe's in the past. That
Like just in a sitting, you're just fucking
by itself. I just grab a knife and I'll just like eat it as is.
wild.
That's
I mean, I
impressive.
guess technically healthier than eating it with bread. You're skipping all the bread. So I guess in some weird way,
Not if it's a
Kind of
whole
better.
jar, brother.
it's gonna say.
True.
It fucking negates the whole thing.
I thought maybe you were just going like a spoonful, maybe two if you're going crazy.
Nah,
You're-
brother. Like that, I'm going Winnie the Pooh, and most of the time, like I was not wearing pants when I was eating that shit.
Wild.
What a visual. Thank you for
Visual?
that, John.
Yeah, crop top and all, brother.
My God.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to plug before we hop into the first story today?
Reddit on wikishop.com. You heard me right. That's Reddit on wikishop.com. Shop the Ice Out collection designed by Midscore, with half of the proceeds going to Twin City Food Justice.
Man, you nailed that.
I'm fucking good.
How'd you remember that?
Foundation.
Nope.
All right, boys. First one here is cross-posted by the GOAT, Hazel Razel.
Oh.
This one is titled, How Can I, 25 female, Get My Boyfriend, 23 male, to Stop Suffer-maxing?
God, I'm
What's
getting old with all this
suffer-maxing?
fucking maxing shit. It's you're trying to maximize your suffering.
Yeah.
So you could aura farm to your friends later, I'm sure.
This is the oldest John has ever felt. I could see it on his face.
I've never felt older explaining that, to be honest. I'm sure I sound even worse.
Someone used the term mogging, and I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck does that even mean?
That one I don't know yet. What is a mog?
Well, isn't mogging like you're kind of showing them up?
Oh. I mean,
think.
I have no idea. That's why I'm asking. I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I haven't even seen it in context.
I'm 32 now, so I could be. I'm old as fuck. All right. So, my boyfriend, 23 male, really hates spending money on himself and then complains about it.
How old are they?
Boyfriend, 23 male, and OP is 25 female.
I gotta say, OP, you might be too old for this maxing business.
Your unk status as well.
Yeah, your unk status, OP.
It makes no sense. He earns six figures, has no debt, loans, and virtually no cost of living. In brackets, he lives in the flat his parents bought him.
Must be nice.
Yeah, that must be nice. Here's a few examples of what I mean. He often complains about how his colleagues are so well dressed and polished, but he still wears the clothes his mom got him when he was 16, that are mostly too small or have holes. He refuses to go shopping for new stuff because he doesn't know what to get, then gets completely enraged when I point out nice outfits that would suit him well or offer to buy him clothes. He uses his dad's tossed out perfume and then complains about how it smells, but also refuses to buy himself one he actually likes. Same goes for food. He only eats fruits and vegetables when I buy them and says how much he loves it, but when he's alone, he lives off of dry noodles, plain yogurt, and bread. He even eats moldy and expired food just so it doesn't get thrown out.
I was gonna say, like, you should get that one girlfriend who's like week-old spaghetti.
Oh,
you
God.
would love her.
We're best friends.
She's suffer maxing for sure.
True. When I dispose of expired stuff, he throws a fit. He once fed me 5 months old eggs, which without my knowledge,
Isn't that poisonous? Like, that's like deadly, no?
resulting in a trip to the ER, Sean. You are correct. Yeah. He complains about his haircut not suiting him, but refuses to get a better barber because it's $10 more. He complains about his acne, but won't get prescriptions his dermatologist issued him. He complains about being skinny, but now he's built a bit more muscle. He's whining about how he doesn't want his shoulders to get broader because then he'd have to get new clothes. He complains about having to take cold showers, but literally nobody but himself is holding him from letting it warm up a little before he hops in. His quote-unquote suffer-maxing is so bad, it kind of started to imprint on me. I start to feel bad for replacing my shoes when they have a hole in it. I feel guilty for showering with warm water and having a smoothie every morning instead of stale bread with nothing. It's starting to piss me off, and I really need help understanding what causes this and how can I gently encourage him to get things he likes, live a little, and embrace growth. Are there any men here who have been like this and have successfully overcome it?
Break up. Why?
That wasn't the question, Sean.
I don't care what the goddamn question is, OP. You're fucking... Why are you dating this person?
Yeah.
They seem miserable. They sound miserable. I honestly, I feel like, I don't know. I think complainers are kind of annoying. You know what I mean? I get it when it's like all right, we got something to complain about. We're fighting a war. The gas prices are up. But I'm talking about complainers like, traffic. My God, what are we? Yeah, every day is traffic. I don't know.
Part of it, right?
There's no this. We know this. We don't have to discuss this.
I feel called out. Fucking hate traffic.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't like traffic either. But it's like, we got another sporting event coming up. Oh my God, think of the traffic. I'm like, oh. Come on, we got to have other things to talk about than this. But yeah, I don't know. For me personally, if I was OP, I'd be like, dude, I'm telling you, you're complaining about everything that you can fix. You have the money for shoes. You could buy you could get a new haircut. You should have bought clothes years ago, but now you're getting more muscular. Perfect time. Let's buy clothes. He says no. It's just, what do we say yes to in this relationship? You know what I mean? There's not one point did this sound like a fun relationship.
No.
So why are y'all together?
No, and I completely agree with Sean there. Like, there are things where it's okay to complain about things where it's outside of our control, but it seems like OP has, or no, not OP, like the boyfriend has all the means to fucking change that narrative, right? Like, if you want better clothes, hell, go get one. It seemed like they have the luxury of having, parents that were able to provide with them like certain lifestyle to which like they won't be as far behind as some people if, let's say, they splurge a little bit on food, they splurge a little bit on clothing. The only like scenario that I can think of is because I kind of experienced this a little bit is in the Filipino culture. I'm not speaking this for like everybody here. As an immigrant, sometimes like when you are like splurging a little bit, sometimes you feel like that guilt is like, oh, I'm spending money doing this, doing that, where I could just be spending money back home type of situation. Like sometimes you almost feel guilty that like I get to live some sort of a luxurious life where I get to have these type of things. Meanwhile, my relatives back home don't have said things that I have. But then I had to like, I got therapy for that. And now my motto is like, hey, it's okay to be selfish, but it's okay to like live a little and still like be able to like be kind enough to like, hey, recognize that there are things that you could possibly help other people out with.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, I feel like that boyfriend had everything handed to him, and there's no reason for them to be suffering like that and making other people miserable along with it.
Yeah, because to me, it's like there are people who live very frugal lives and are happy doing that. Like that fulfills them and that makes them happy. This doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like he's like a child almost in the fact that he's like, unless my mommy buys me new clothes or my girlfriend, buys me fruits and veggies, I'm not going to do it. He just sounds lazy as fuck to me.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't want to go out of his way to, research like clothes that would fit him or, put together a shopping list and go shopping and grab, fruits and vegetables, things that aren't expired. And, it's like this doesn't seem like he's punishing himself. It sounds like he's just lazy. And the punishment comes out of that. So I wouldn't want to be with this person either, because it sounds like you're kind of mommying him, making sure he eats fruits and veggies and, trying to get him new clothes, make sure he gets a haircut. I wouldn't want to be with a partner like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to baby someone the whole time. So yeah, I'm with Sean in the fact that's just like, why are you with this person? It doesn't sound fun.
Also, when they poisoned you with the eggs, that's
too.
the breakup moment. You know what I mean?
That's what I'd be calling.
And it's true
it quits.
for like, it is also true for like the most part. Like you are the company that you keep. So if you are with someone who is just constantly down and fucking just thinks that everything is negative, like of course your outlook in life is possibly going to be like that too, which is like, that's not a way to live.
No, it's going to rub off on you. And then, then you're be suffer-maxing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they have become, they're slowly realizing they're making themselves suffer.
Ride Jack Ride says, sounds weird. Does he have financial planning skills? Is he doing something appropriate with his money? Like, is he clearly saving? The psychology of his comments suggests he's bothered about money instead of the control of it. To which OP says, he has a bachelor degree in finance and econ and has read many books on finance. So I'd say he has a good financial literacy. And then again, theory and practice are two different things. And then Asbury Park Rules said, sounds like he has some deep-seated issues and needs therapy. If he isn't willing to get help, you should break it off. And much to what John said, it's like, John had that. He went through therapy for it, didn't put that on his partner, and dealt with himself. It's like, that's kind of what you got to do.
Now he'll leave anybody behind for a fast lane.
John,
You'll know Gil for it.
Hey, that bro was like, you need to be more selfish. Bet.
John's selfish maxing.
It was that easy?
It's not easy. Could have just done that my whole life.
Do this all the time. This feels great.
Fuck Sean. I am waiting in line with him.
No, it's me. I get me The leaving his grandma behind is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
My grandma and my mom. So
Both of them.
don't
You
get
said
it
y'all got
twisted.
each other. Y'all got each other.
Yeah, I'll get you guys coffee while you guys wait there.
See ya.
I got you.
Y'all got it.
The fuck?
All right, boys. Let's move on to the next one here, posted by Aggressive Economy 36. And this one is titled, Husband and Children Invited to Niece's Wedding. I am not.
Husband and children invited to niece's wedding.
Yes.
You probably did some fucked up shit. I don't know what to tell you.
That's a
This
possibility.
is pretty
Yeah.
deliberate. It's very easy to give somebody, especially with a family. They went out of their way to make sure your name wasn't on the invitation.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it probably would have just said your spouse plus family. You know what I mean?
They went through extra steps to not include you.
You probably did some fucked up shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Part of me is thinking that OP's probably a bigot, and this wedding is like LGBTQ wedding, and they're like they said shit to them in the past, and they're like, I don't fucking know. So I think I'm bleeding more towards that way.
Alrighty, well, let's hop into it. So, my husband's sister's eldest daughter, 26 female, is getting married, and I am genuinely happy for her. However, while the save the date was addressed to my husband and family, the invitation for the couple's shower was addressed only to him. He was incredibly upset and asked his mother for clarification on whether or not I was invited. As it turns out, I am not. The reason given was that I trigger his sister. So my niece is excluding me, though she still expects my husband and our children to attend. Here is the backstory. My husband and I have been married for over 20 years and have 2 young teenagers. My sister-in-law also has 2 children, both of whom are in their 20s. 18 months ago, my father-in-law passed away, and at the funeral, my other niece, 20 female, said some cruel things to my youngest child. All I did was ask for an apology. Instead of receiving one, I was accused of destroying the family and attacked for simply defending my kid. My sister-in-law even sent a letter justifying her daughter's behavior, and there was no apology, only excuses. For the past 25 years, I have always been accommodating. They live out of town and only visit about 6 to 10 days a year. Whatever they want to do, I remained helpful and agreeable because I knew the visits were short-term and tolerable. This situation is the first time I have ever stood up to them. The current situation, the wedding is several states away. My teenagers are aware of the drama, and one is adamant that she will not attend without me, while the other is conflicted because she doesn't want to let her grandmother down. My husband is furious, and my mother-in-law is playing Switzerland, refusing to take sides. I'm trying to take the high road and stay calm, but I'm struggling not to spiral. Any advice?
Well, wrong with the scenario for me, but I don't blame OP for standing up to their kid and just, asking for an apology is not some sort of an egregious ask. And
Seems
it
reasonable.
Seems like
Yeah.
it's very reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Especially just defending your child. And the way that your family is reacting, like especially your husband seems like not pissed, like who's mad that you're not included and one of your kids is also hesitant about going, gives me the impression that like the shitty part is the one that's getting married. So I would just, talk to your husband because that's like your immediate family right now. And I feel like what you guys decide together is what's ultimately going to matter. Say like, hey, if you want to go to the wedding, please do so if you want. But then like, if you also don't want to, like, I support you wholeheartedly. So I think it's just a conversation that needs to be had between a couple. The rest of the family, it seems like they don't give a shit. So who gives a fuck what they think of the rest of the day?
Honestly, I just wouldn't even. Well, not that it's OP's choice whether to go or not, but if the husband's as mad as he seems to be, if I was like in his shoes, I just wouldn't go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, first, who died again?
The father-in-law, so I guess
father-in-law,
OP's
yeah.
husband's dad.
Yeah, what the fuck? I wonder what the fuck. I wish they said what the
Yeah,
inappropriate
that
What
doesn't
was.
exactly they
respond.
said.
But still,
Yeah, but still, either way, no matter what was said, it's not like you like yelled at the kid. You were just like, "Whoa, that was out of line." Like, apologize to my kid. And this was years and years ago. It sounds like so. I would say, I just wouldn't go. I don't know. It's like if you don't want my wife there and you like deliberately left her out, then like, what you're telling me is that you don't really care if I come or not. So I'm just not going to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. I do have context. I just found it here.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So, at the funeral in the side room, my niece said to my daughter in front of me, my other daughter, my mom, and my sister-in-law, quote, "He wasn't your papa. You didn't know him like I did," end quote. My daughter-in-law lost it, full on sobbing. I put my arms around her and took her outside behind the building. It took a while to calm her down. I didn't address it at the funeral home. I didn't address it at breakfast. I calmly discussed it with my husband that night. We agreed after the burial the next day he would discuss it with his sister to get her to apologize. He agreed it was out of line. He called his sister, and she blew up at him. Shortly thereafter, his mother blew up. I stopped all contact when I was told it was all my fault, and that she didn't mean it. She meant something else. My kid is too sensitive, and his mother accused me of destroying her family. I stepped back, I didn't scream, I didn't accuse, I gave no contact. It took months, and then his mother finally apologized to me. His sister wrote and mailed my daughter a letter with excuses of why she said what she said. It didn't say sorry once. So, pretty...
Okay, so OP
She sucks.
also... I know, it's like, so OP handled the situation, like probably OP was like, oh, hey, I know this might be a tough situation because it is like, a death of
funeral,
a family.
yeah.
Emotion might be a little high. Maybe you didn't really mean what you said at the time. Gave him a day to like kind of think it over. It still held the fucking grudge. Hell no, that fucking relative sucks.
Yeah. It's just crazy to be like, not apologize, just apologize. You know what I mean? It's a simple act, and to stand on that, I agree with you guys with that context, even before that. But even with that context, if I'm the husband, I'm not going. I'm not.
Yeah, now I'm fully on board with you guys, but like the husband shouldn't even fucking entertain going at this point.
Yeah.
Because you're not only disrespectful to my wife by not inviting her, but you still haven't apologized to my kid. You've been disrespectful to my kid for however long since that has happened. So it's like, yeah, man, fuck your whole family. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, if I'm OP, like I'm not comfortable with my kids going to this because I don't know what they're going to experience or hear, or you know what I mean? And I'm not even there to hear it as well and protect them. So
which one are they like cool with? Was it the grandma or something like that?
I don't think anyone.
Not really anyone.
No, because they just say like one of the kids was hesitant of not or skipping out because they wanted to see their grandma.
Yeah, one of the teenagers.
They don't want to disappoint their grandma.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Okay.
I don't know if they're cool.
I was
gonna
say like if that's like the whole thing, like maybe fly grandma out. Just be like, hey, you could just, instead of seeing the rest of the fucking family who doesn't give a shit.
No, I think grandma's also an asshole because she's also part of this.
Asshole.
Yeah,
because she's sweet in this.
Switzerland.
Switzerland, the neutral one. Okay.
What's the difference? Am I right?
So much. There's so much difference.
Really? A lot?
A lot, yeah.
Oh, okay.
One is a landlocked nation and the other is completely surrounded by water.
What's the difference? Alienated 2 countries from our fucking...
You nailed it.
Sorry, guys.
All right, boys. Let's move into the next one here. Before we get into this one, I do want to issue a trigger warning for homophobia, mentions of conversion therapy, and child abandonment.
Did I see somewhere that they're trying to fucking get that conversion shit up and popping again? The whole...
Probably.
I saw something about that in like some state, and I said, oh no.
Oh no. Can we cut that state out?
I think they were trying to not outlaw them or something like that. Because I think there was a bill trying to outlaw them, and then the Republicans are, or they were trying to fund them. I forget. I just saw conversion therapy for the first time in like a decade. I'm like, whoa, that still exists. We're still on it.
Yeah, this
crazy.
Does that surprise you that much?
Not really.
No, we've become a backwards ass nation in the past couple of years.
It's crazy to think 10 years ago we were really like, man, we just need these boomers to die, then that's it. And then, bam, they really fucking infiltrated the youth there. That,
to be fair,
is
the boomers,
a shame.
They never gave up power, to be fair.
That is true.
Yeah. All right. So this one is posted by Letter Away, and it was posted in 2016. This whole thing I grabbed from Best of Redditor Updates, though. So,
whoa.
Buckle up. It is a long one. Title is... I, 49 male, need advice on how to apologize to my son, 27 male, for kicking him out for being gay. It is a heavy one. I did give the trigger warning.
That is fair. You gave us warning.
Yeah.
But I will say right off the bat, terrible person, but they sound like they regret it.
Based on the title, it does sound like they want to apologize.
Yeah, but
Doesn't always forgive or forget, you know what I mean? But
hard to forget that, if I'm being honest.
But we'll get into it. You guys can give your advice at the end of it, and we'll see how the update goes. All right, so 11 years ago, I was a very conservative Christian. I was the type that would go to church with my family every Sunday and actually looked forward to going.
And this was posted 2016.
Yes.
So they're talking 2005.
Yeah, 2005, 2006, around there. Yeah. Okay. If you would have told me that I'd consider myself atheist in the future, I would have laughed in your face. I'm not proud of the man I used to be at the time, but I really thought I was being the best person I could by living as a Christian and following God's rules. My son was outed when he was 16, and I reacted the way you expect a conservative Christian father to react, with hate and anger. At the time, I didn't think of it as hate, though. I thought of myself as a good and loving father for being so upset that my son had chosen a sinful lifestyle. I forced him to go into counseling, but it didn't work.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
That's shitty as fuck.
The mention of conversion therapy. I know now that's because it never works, but at the time I blamed my son for not trying hard enough. I eventually kicked him out of the house because I couldn't have him there as a bad influence on his younger brothers and sisters. I never contacted him again, and he never contacted me or anyone else in our family. His mother then died 2 years later, and because of the way she died, I started questioning my faith. I started researching Christianity and science on my own, and eventually stopped going to church. I gradually became less conservative, and now I consider myself atheist. I've been thinking a lot about my son the last couple years. I just feel so horrible for the way I treated him, and for forcing him to live on his own as a 16-year-old. Every time I think about him, I feel like crying, and to be honest, I've shed a few tears while writing this. There's nothing I can do or say to make up for what I did, but I found his address online and also found his Facebook profile. When I started looking him up, I was scared to death of what I'd find, but it looks like he's doing good. I've been thinking a lot about how I should contact him, and even if I should do it. I'm so worried about how he'll react that I've written him about 15 letters and never actually sent them. I think that's the best way to go about it, sending a letter. But every time I write one and read it afterwards, I just imagine him reading it and throwing it in the garbage, and I chicken out and throw it away myself. I haven't talked to my other kids about him, and they've never brought him up, and I feel like I should just keep them out of this until I actually find out he wants to have any contact with us. I just need advice on how exactly to send the letter and what to write, and if I should even send it. Any and all advice would be appreciated.
You know, you could write it, and you just got to live with the fact that if he wants to throw it away, he's more than welcome to do that. You know, and you really changed the trajectory of his life, and really, you know, you could have. It's a blessing that he's not, you know, that he's looking happy and, you know, housed and, you know, in a good spot. So you really could have, you really could have really ended his life there. When you say, I know there's no forgiving, there's no coming back, there really is no forgiving that. I mean, that's what you did is heinous.
One of the worst things a parent could do.
Yeah, unforgivable. So it's just like, you can write the letter, send it, but send it in hopes that it is healing for him and not so much for you. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it because you want to, you know, try and feel better about yourself if you get his forgiveness. Do it because you want him to know, like, I don't know if you love the kid after what you did to him, but you have love for him and you feel bad for what you did. So, I mean, if I were him, there is a chance that maybe he does want to hear that and, like, you know, kind of hear that, you know, the people that really fucked up his life feel bad about it. But also, you know, you got to live with the fact that he could read that and be like, yeah, fuck you. I'm happy mom died. I'm happy you lost your relationship with God and continue to thrive. So I don't know. It's just a terrible situation because what you did again is just the worst fucking thing imaginable. But there is a chance that he does want to hear that you are apologetic about it. So I would say send it. And then if you hear nothing back, then that's life. You know
That is
I
what
mean?
it is. Yeah.
Sean said a lot of things that, I wanted to say too, but ultimately, OP, you betrayed your son. And it's the ultimate form of betrayal because you left them to fend for themselves in the real world at 16 years old. Um, you took a lot of formative years away from him, like having the support of, someone like coming out. That might have been a difficult time for them, especially during that time where it was still like, a lot of people still, even to this day, like people still like give you shit for that. And you took the one thing, which was the support and love of a parent, which is supposed to be unconditional, and you robbed that. And to Sean's point, I think if you send a letter, let the intent be about how sorry you are and like how much you fucked up, and not because like you just want to feel good about yourself. Like really like let this opportunity to be in your kid's hand if they want to be part of your life, or if they even want to entertain like seeing you, let them decide on that. But what you did is terrible. It is unfortunate that like you lost everything for you to realize that. You know, it, I'm all for redeeming arcs, but like you kind of fucked someone up, like to get to where you are right now. So it's unfortunate. It's hard for me to feel bad for you at this point.
Also, it sounds like the son was outed. The son never like
Yes.
came out to the
Right.
parent, which adds a whole nother layer of like already at just feeling the most vulnerable possible, like
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
even able to be in control of the narrative at all. So it's just what a fucking. I feel for this kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. I agree with everything you guys said. Commenter 1 said, "This is hard. I think any letter you send should include the following: a complete apology with 0 qualifiers." So, like you guys said, an acknowledgement that you have done him a terrible wrong and that he is under no obligation to forgive you. Again, like you guys said, your desire to be back in his life on his terms and on his schedule. So that's if even he wants that. And your willingness to facilitate a relationship with your other children that is not dependent on your son's relationship with you, in case your son still wants to see his siblings, but not you. So that's that other step where it's like, if you don't even want to talk to me, that's fine, but I will get you in contact with your other siblings so that at least you guys can have a relationship if that's something you want.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's not the other kid's fault. They had no idea what was happening by the sounds of it. So, and they were, under 16, obviously. So OP then comments back and says, "I've written the same letter a million times, but I would love to get some objective thoughts on it because every time I read it and write it, it never seems like enough." Which I will say,
I don't think there's enough.
no
I don't think it'd be
words.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here's the letter. "Lucas, I don't even know where to begin when I write this letter. I've written it many times, but never seems like it's good enough to send to you. The first thing I have to apologize for is not telling you that your mother died. She was diagnosed with ALS and passed away 9 years ago. I never contacted you to let you know she died, and I don't know if anyone else in our family did. Either way, I'm really sorry for not telling you and robbing you of this chance to say goodbye to your mother. Your mother's death was extremely difficult for all of us, and it has made me start to question my faith. Everyone at our church helped our family through her death, but I still had a lot of questions, so I started doing research on religion and science. After a while, I realized I couldn't continue to follow the word of God the way I was brought up to do. It might be very hard for you to believe, but I no longer consider myself religious. Which brings me to how I treated you. At the time, I did what I thought was right for the family and for you, but that does not change the fact that what I did was unforgivable. Not only did I kick you out when you really needed our love and support, but I made you go through counseling, which I've learned is closer to torture than actual counseling. I didn't know what you did once you left home, but it truly breaks my heart to think of the things you might have done to survive. No one on earth deserves to go through what you went through because of me, and I want you to know that I am so sorry for what I put you through. I completely understand if you never want to hear from me again, but I had to send this letter to let you know that if you want me in your life, I'm here. Whenever you're ready, in any way that you want. If you just want contact with your brothers and sisters, that's fine. If it takes you years to talk to me, that's also fine. If you never want any contact with me, that's fine. Of course, I want to be part of your life again, but if that's something you don't want, I completely understand. There's no excuse for what I've done, And even if you are able to forgive me, I don't think I can ever forgive myself. I've known I should have sent this letter for years, but I've been too ashamed of myself to send it. I hope you feel no obligation to contact me. I'm only sending this letter so that you would know that I'm here for you now if you want. I love you so much, and I'll do whatever you want to make it up for the things I've done, even if that means never reaching out to you again. Dad. He says, after the letter, I think I have to tell his brothers and sisters about this before sending the letter. And if they want, I'll include their contact information so he doesn't have to go through me to reach out to them. We have dinner tomorrow so I can tell them about their brother and the letter. I'm very nervous about it, but it has to be done sooner rather than later. So thoughts on the letters before we get into the update?
I mean,
probably as good as you can make it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of what we said already. Like, ultimately, it's the kid's choice if they even want to be involved. And I mean, it's hard because you try to empathize for people who like try to better themselves, but it's also like difficult because it's like you fucked up someone's life so much that it's like I can't even like the sympathy is lacking for me for this person.
For sure. And yeah, I don't think OP is expecting sympathy from people, nor should they, because,
yeah,
you know,
all sympathy I have is for the kid. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
The kid who's 27 now. Can you imagine 16 to 27?
10 years, yeah. Being kicked out and ignored by your family.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know if I'd want to get to know my siblings either. I mean, I guess that's not their fault. They probably didn't have social media or whatever. But I mean, like, I don't know. It sounds like they never asked. I mean, I guess
they might have. You never know, right?
Yeah, they probably were. It was probably difficult. It was the OP that got, or the kid that got kicked out was the oldest, I'm guessing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, the other kids were probably like still teenagers, still under their parents' roof. They probably still had all the controls of like, hey, what you can do, can't do. So
your brother's evil. Like, yeah, he's
they had all the they were able to control the narrative, unlike the kids. So it's hard to blame them, really.
All right, so there is an update 2 weeks later. I wanted to give you guys an update and thank you for your great insight and advice. It was really tough to read some of the more angry comments, but I understand why some of you were angry with me. What I did was horrible and unforgivable, so I was expecting a few angry comments. What did bother me a little was everyone who was saying I only wanted to apologize to my son out of selfish reasons and wanted to guilt him into being my life again. It worried me that was the impression I was giving some of you, because that's not what I wanted at all. I love my son, and I just felt like he deserved an apology and a chance of having a relationship with his siblings. And if he wanted me back in his life, I am here now, even though I should have always been there for them. I wasn't expecting him to want to have contact with me again, but I wanted him to know that it was an option if he wanted it. I invited my kids over for dinner the day after I posted it here. They all came, and I sat down and told them the truth. It was a very painful conversation for all of us and lots of tears, but I was happy that the truth was finally out. They all wanted to send him letters as well, and we decided to send them together with all of our contact information. I don't know how to explain the feeling I had after we sent them. It was a mix of emotions, and then waiting to see if he would reply to any of the letters was also a weird mix of emotions. I didn't really know what to expect, but I couldn't help but hope that he would reply to one of us. Our family tries to eat together every Sunday. It's an old habit. Everyone can't always make it, but Sunday, after sending the letters, we were all together. No one had heard from him yet, which wasn't really surprising. We talked about how he probably needed time to process everything, as it must be very bizarre and overwhelming to suddenly get an envelope full of letters from your estranged family. The doorbell then rang while we were eating dinner, and my oldest daughter answered it. When she came back, we were extremely shocked to see that the person at the door was my son. I can't help but cry while I'm writing this, because it was just so emotional to see him standing there in front of me. Everyone got up to hug him, but I wasn't sure what to do, so I just sort of stood there with tears in my eyes. When his siblings let him go, he looked at me, and I was half expecting to yell at me and half expecting him to punch me, but he just walked over and gave me a hug. I completely broke down. He started to cry too. We all stood there crying for a minute before we were finally ready to actually talk. And we all talked for hours. There's no words to describe how it felt to see my son after all these years and hear him talk. I could listen to him talk all day. He said he couldn't figure out what to write in a letter or what to say in a phone call, so he just got into his car and drove here. I was really unexpected, but really wonderful. He told us about his life from the day he left, and it was very difficult to hear what he'd been through because of me, but I needed to hear it. Apparently his aunt, who's my sister, had been in contact with him after he left, and she told him about his mom dying and sent him money now and again. He's been through a lot, but he's doing really well now. After sitting and talking for a couple of hours, we went outside to talk, just him and me, and long story short, he forgives me. He said that it'll take a long time for him to really trust me again, but that he's been angry with me for years, and he's tired of it, and ready to start building a relationship again. He left about an hour after our conversation, and we all exchanged phone numbers, and his siblings added him on all social media stuff. He lives about an hour and a half away, but he said he'll let us know when he has time for another Sunday dinner. He sent me a couple texts since then, and I couldn't be happier than I am right now. I know I don't deserve to be forgiven, and I don't deserve to have a relationship with my son, but I wouldn't be lying if I said I didn't have a small hope that it would happen. I know that I have to be extremely respectful towards his wishes and let him take the lead with all of this. I told him to let me know if he felt like we were being too pushy and that he's the boss of this whole situation. We all want to go at his pace he feels comfortable at, and he's always welcome here whenever he feels like it. So yeah, I'm extremely excited for the future and also incredibly grateful for all the advice you guys gave me. You gave me the push I needed to tell my kids and send the letter. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
I was trying hard not to cry in that story. Not
I
gonna lie to you.
know. It's very touching.
Yeah, I always like claim that like I'm like not the most religious person, but I believe that there's, you know, a higher being out there, some sort of a higher entity. Uh, I know one of the big reasons why I fell out because I grew up in an extremely like conservative Catholic family, and part of me that like grew away from that belief system is just seeing, specifically speaking on my dad's side of the family, uh, that they were just terrible people, you know, and then just like they're using religion as like a crux to justify some of the abhorrent shit that they do, and that turned me away from a lot of people. And then like it took a long time for me to just like separate that and just be like, not everyone's like this. Meeting Sean was probably like one of the most refreshing things, like, you know, that like I've seen, because like he's fully like committed to his faith, and yet he's someone who's very accepting, very open-minded that there are people like that. So that was a huge lesson for me, like having to learn growing up too. And it's like at the end of the day, who- people just want acceptance. People just wants to be loved. People just want to be understood. Uh, we're all from different parts of life. We all have different beliefs. We all have different ways of approaching things. I think the world would be so much better if we just took the time to understand and to realize that just because it's been done a certain way for a long time, that doesn't mean people don't evolve, or you know, some things change, or you know, we just need to like slow down. You could just be like, hey, this is not for me, this is not what I believe in, but I understand that this is the way you are. And if we just did that, the world would be such a better fucking place. Like, we're not gonna impose laws or regulations to, like, you know, put people down or fucking put them in situation where it's like harming them and restricting some of their rights. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? If we're really all about faith and, like, you know, religion, and really let God judge at the end of the day, you know?
True.
Just
Yeah.
be a fucking let's be a fucking person, love your neighbors, and be kind to people. That's all there is to it, and that's all what people are fucking asking for at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just hard for like I mean, I agree with everything John said, and it's just like it's so crazy to me that like conservatism and like the ultra extreme right have just like taken Christianity as their own, like so much so where the active extreme right president of the United States is feuding with the Pope.
The
That
Pope
is
from
just
America.
crazy.
And the fucking the MAGA Catholics are siding with fucking Trump. So it's we're truly in backwards times. But yeah, I mean, back to the story. It's just forgiveness, it's just a beautiful thing, you know. And I think, like, truly, what you did was heinous, unforgivable, just like the worst possible shit you could do. And yet, you know, your son found it in his heart to come back and at least talk to you on his own terms, and then, you know, kind of judge for himself. And you know, you were receptive. You know, gave him full reins of how the relationship will go going forward. And yeah, I mean, it's awesome when people can redeem themselves. I don't know. It's nice to get a happy ending to one of these stories.
Yeah, it was a heavy story, but I think at the end of the day, happy, because yeah, even for that kid to have that ability to even forgive, you know what I mean? Like, to put that to rest and begin to build a relationship with siblings he lost contact with, a father he lost contact with. I'm happy for that kid who was kicked out. I'm happy that they have a chance to, have those relationships and
on their terms,
and be who they are and be comfortable in their skin and be accepted by the people that once, kicked him out. Not saying the siblings did, but, the father at least. And so I think that is a beautiful thing, and I'm happy for him most of all. And then I am happy OP was able to, go through that arc of change and realize what he did was fucked up. It doesn't fix everything that he did, but
no, nothing will.
No, but it can at least, start making amends for all the shit that he did. Not that I think you'll ever make up for it, but again, it's working to better the lives of your children and making them feel whole and welcome. And I think, this is a stepping stone, and it's a start.
It is.
And I hope this goes well. You know what I mean?
It's just stopping and just like reflecting and just try to understand that.
Yeah.
If more people, I mean, look, there's a lot of people that are still like this, and unfortunately, a lot of them are not going to change. But if there's just a tiny percentage of people, even though what OP did was abhorrent, like, there's room for improvement in the world.
Yeah, there is redemption.
There's a little bit of hope with this story for sure.
Yeah, exactly. There's a hope for redemption for anyone, whether they can't, always redeem themselves fully, but at least be better people going forward, and that's all we can hope for. You know what I mean?
It's just, oh god, the far right and Christianity make me so upset.
They bastardized it. Yeah,
it's like what John said. It's like Jesus came and gave 2 commandments that were equally as important as the 10 commandments. It was just like, I don't know, treat them like you treat me. Treat them like you treat Jesus. Or like the other things from the Bible are like, if somebody fucking slaps you in the face, give them the other cheek to slap the other side. And then we got fucking Trump being like, God wants us to stop the terrorists. It's like, what are we talking about, man?
You are the terrorists.
Like, literally we're against any type of violence, I think is so I don't know. It's crazy.
No, that's okay.
Makes zero sense.
It's a tough time. Let's move into a happier, no, maybe not happier, but
damn it.
A less heavy.
A funny story.
Okay.
You guys,
Jesus Christ.
You guys will love the title, and it fits
My
our
shit was
podcast.
fogging up, brother. Like that.
Try reading it. Try reading. I was cracking up. So this one fits our podcast perfectly, just by the title alone. It's from Today I Fucked Up by Exhausted and Scared. The title is Today I Fucked Up by Having Aparagussy.
But don't raise the fucking fist.
You gotta raise it.
I'll do.
After what we just went through, Sean, you gotta raise it to Aparagussy.
How are you fucking asparagus is my question.
Your piss about to be green.
Oh, man. Everything's about to be green. So,
Jesus Christ.
This is not the name of my new vegan lesbian thrash band. This is a cautionary tale about crunchy, stocky vegetables and cunnilingus. I'm posting this as a cathartic release and a PSA to those who enjoy getting munched and those that maybe like to munch. Maybe I change the course of a potential relationship for someone else, and you too can avoid this abysmal fate. Recently, I, 33 female, went on a date with a dual parts adorable and hot, talented craftsman, 31 male. We were consistently speaking for a week every day until we ultimately met up in person for drinks and games. The date is going really well, obviously chemistry, stimulating conversation, and competitive fun. He checks all my boxes, and there was one more I needed to tick.
You need to check her box now, huh? Hell
The
yeah.
muncher box.
Do you munch?
We head back to my place for a nightcap, and yada yada, we're in bed. Now you can
Yabba
fist bump.
dabba
Now you can fist
doo.
bump.
Let's go.
He's consistent, if nothing else. So far, he does no wrong in all categories: flirting, fondling, and exploring. He ends up down south. ... Now, the night before, I had another date with myself. It's a monthly ritual where I make progress in my latest book and have a glass of Côte de Rhône, and as always, my mushroom asparagus risotto. I always look forward to that rich, buttery, asparagus-saturated bitch every month. Jesus. Such a generous portion that I even had it again for lunch the next day. My sweet, generous, eager date went down with about as much enthusiasm as I gave the creamy bowl of Italian delight the previous day. That's when he came back up, and time slowed down just for me to catch a glimpse of a micro-expression I can only describe as confusion, horror, with a tinge of worry. And in that moment, I caught the fleeting wisp of something punchy. Unfortunately for both of us, he hopped right back down into the trenches, but no one ended up getting theirs. He did, however, kiss me goodnight and texted me that he had a great time. Once he left, I immediately peed because I should. That's when the punchy, sour vegetal rot hit me. Aparagussy. Fuck. That's what the smell was. A quick Google search confirmed my suspicion, and the tangy, funky smell is not only whiffed when peeing, but also during sex as well. I wouldn't be surprised if I never heard from him again, but it was worse. The sudden delay in response, the silence, and the too polite to say, actually, let's cancel that second date. What can I say? Quote, look, we had a connection, but don't let this asparagussy ruin a great time. End quote.
I'm coming back for thirds. Fuck that.
Now I'm sitting here Friday night wide open because I treated myself a little too indulgently and paid the ultimate price, getting ghosted.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the asparagus lie will bring me back.
Yeah.
Like, you got a sense of humor.
Wait, did OP mention it?
No, she said,
No.
she just said, what am I supposed to say to him?
I think if you've been ghosted, what's the harm in just saying it? You know?
That
Yeah.
is what most of the comments were saying. They're like, yeah, you
I
should
agreed.
Just
why not?
say the truth. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's already ignoring your ass. Just one last shot. Be like, I get you ignoring me because I peed afterwards and I smelled what I can only imagine you tasted.
You're a trooper for going back down, and I
You went
appreciate
back
that.
down.
Let me make it up to you.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah. Maybe avoid asparagus the night before a date.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be my recommendation as well. But yeah, I agree with Sean. I mean, there's really no harm in being
Why
like,
not? Yeah.
hey,
You're already getting ghosted.
I had to cut asparagus from my diet for said reasons. I was like, there's no way. I'm not fucking having this shit anymore.
I do like.
For said reasons. We
You
just
said
talked
reasons.
about.
These are the reasons we just talked about.
We just talked about. So if those are the same
I'm
reasons.
talking about like how it smells, you know?
Mm,
Right.
Uh-huh,
right.
Yeah.
yeah. Fist bump that.
It's more like my strong hand.
Goodness gracious. Move on.
All right, Wikimaniacs. Welcome to the amazing Underbucky segment. And this is the last thing before we hit the Patreon segment. So if you want another bonus story, patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. You get a bonus story as well as ad-free episodes and day-early episodes. So go check that out. But it's time for Would You Rather?
Ooh.
Oh,
Would you rather go a third time, Sean, with the asparagussy?
probably not. I think we just pivot, right? We
I'll
just
wait.
pivot.
I'll wait the next day.
Keep it.
We can just skip the munch.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean the rest of the night has to end. I don't know.
That's true.
So you tune in every week to hear our very eloquent thoughts about assholes on Reddit. But do you really know us? Well, welcome to Would You Rather, where our segment writer forces us to reveal who we actually are when faced with an ultimatum.
You don't know me.
You think you know me.
Damn,
Josh understands.
I think they do know us, actually. Unfortunately, more than we think.
Too much, to be honest.
All right, so question number 1. Would you rather try your luck on the traitors or fight for your life in special forces?
Traitors. Duh.
Yeah.
1,000%.
I ain't fighting for my fucking life. Hell nah.
Which is crazy because you've already been in the Air Force. You
You've
technically did be.
And it's not fun. Oh, I got the easy one, so it's not. And it wasn't even great after that.
Man, John, the way I want you to audition for traitors, you'd be so good.
All 3 of us.
That would be fun.
All the fucking Reddit podcasts should just audition to one specific trader show. That would be crazy.
Two Hot Takes has enough money. They could just fund all of us to get together to do it.
They could do it. Yeah, she could host.
Yeah. No, I want Alan Cummings or the one from the UK.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we would immediately just start blaming John because he would be selfish and trying to get all the money for himself.
That's true.
I just know I'd make an awful traitor, which is exactly what a traitor
I will betray. Call me Judas from now on. I'll sell anyone out so fucking fast.
I would choose traitors because I actually have considered applying to the Canadian traitors.
You should.
I've never watched it, so I need to watch.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun watch. I saw, and then you could I just saw clips and like comments. So there was a couple on Traitors Canada who entered the house together but didn't tell anybody that they were married.
Yeah, okay.
One of the people got recruited to be a traitor and had to lie to their partner. And then when the partner got eliminated, they reveal who the traitors are, like behind the scenes, like when they're leaving. And she goes, "My wife was a traitor." My wife. And then they got divorced shortly after.
No.
Damn. And then the wife that became a traitor is now, I think, dating another castmate from that season.
What the fuck?
Canada's crazy.
That is crazy.
What did they put in those fucking maple syrup, John?
That's insane. Because if my wife, if Sienna was the traitor and killed me off,
you'd be like, "Good game. That's so awesome.
Respect.
You killed it." I don't know if that's why they divorced. I'm sure there were other reasons.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, wow, you could just lie to me like that. I don't know. I just know the fact is they entered the house together, married. I don't even know if the traitor ended up winning. I don't even know who won that season. And then they were divorced, and now the traitor is dating somebody else from that cast.
That's juicy.
Wild.
Damn. I should have applied because that would have been probably the season I would have applied for.
You would have been watching. Oh my God. I think these two are married.
I suss it out immediately. I have no idea who the traitors are, but I'm like, those two are married.
He's eating her Aparagussy.
And now he's doing it.
I saw it.
Whoa. All right. Would you rather? Question number 2. Would you rather have fingers as long as your legs or legs as short as your fingers?
I already got something as short as my fingers.
Well, luckily, my fucking legs are extremely short.
I was gonna say, John, you're already close to the second one, so
I'll match my 2 legs with my 3rd leg and just go fingers. Thumbs specifically.
I would say we would get a lot more viral moments if this was the case. Could you imagine just, well, let me think about that for a second.
You just see fingers from...
Sean, are you excited to see us?
No, those are just my finger.
Just pondering. I don't know. I think I'd choose fingers.
I'd choose fingers too.
I think I would go legs because they have prosthetic legs. So I could just, get prosthetic legs, go about my life per usual. I feel like the long fingers would get in the way of a lot of things.
I'd be like Dalsim, it's Street Fighter. It's fucking punching.
I'm like
he doesn't punch with his fingers.
True, you could break your fingers.
I will.
Because is your palm the same size? It's just you can't even make a fist.
Oh yeah, you just punch yourself. You kind of hit yourself by doing that.
They'd roll like that, and then you'd still
How am I supposed to play video games You're right.
That's
You can't do
true.
Maybe I would
shit.
choose
That's
the
You
true.
can't do
legs.
shit.
Give me the little legs. You're right. You've convinced
It's little
me.
legs.
I'm used to it already, so it's not much of an adjustment.
Yeah.
All right. And final would you rather question. Would you rather be able to read minds, but hear something horrible about yourself every day, or never know what anyone really thinks?
Oh, would you rather read comments or?
I was going to say, I'm trained for this shit.
I just be ignoring you all the time.
I guess probably just not know what people think of me. I guess.
Just be oblivious.
That's me on a daily anyway, so
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
like, fuck it.
we kind of are in a weird spot where we live both of these lives sometimes.
That is true.
I mean, at least I am with John oblivious in life. But then sometimes you get really, mostly nice comments, but sometimes you get really mean comments. It's like, whoa,
It hurts my feelings.
I'm sorry.
I see one comment that's like, I see it's like, okay, this is, I'm gonna get mad about this. I'll just ignore the rest of the fucking week. It only takes one.
Yeah. I'll go with the reading minds. I think there's more. Like if presumably I could turn it off. Like I hear one thing that's bad a day, right? But then presumably I can turn it off.
I thought it was one bad thing from every person that you've.
No, it just says you hear something horrible about
You can just
yourself
hear
every
bad
day,
thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
which is fair.
If it's just one bad thought, then I guess, yeah, I'll get mind reading.
Yeah. Then I'll be like, I feel you could use that more to your advantage. Whereas if
But
you're
then
just
it's just like I know way too much about everybody, and now I look at everybody differently.
that's fair.
That's
I'm
perfect
risking
because
it.
I'll be blackmailing the fuck out of everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I can make money off of this. Hell yeah, let's go.
You'd be so lonely.
I'm going straight to the White House to confirm who's on the fucking list.
It's insane that's
Everybody.
not released. Yeah, it is everybody.
That is it, Wikimaniacs. If you want to hear a pretty unhinged story, go to the Patreon, patreon.com/cultivate podcast network, or become a YouTube member by clicking the join button on our YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
Before we close out the episode, I got some PayPal donations
Nice.
to read out. This first one's from Kenya, who sends $10.69. They say, I've had a lot going on lately, and watching the show is my favorite way to decompress. Also, I loved telling my cat Murphy all of her about her uncles Sean, John, and Josh, and all her furry cousins. I'd love to meet you guys at a show one day. Heart emoji and fist bump. Hell yeah. Thank you, Kenya.
Come
And
on through.
shout out to Murphy, the cat. Our
We
nephew,
need-
I guess.
Pics.
Yeah. Pet
Send
tax.
pics.
Hell yeah.
Yes, please.
Discord.
Isabel sends $3.09 and says, thanks for keeping me entertained. Thank you, Isabel.
You're welcome.
Becca.
Boo!
The brats. The
From,
brat name.
from Friday.
From
not
Friday's
really
episode.
you, Becky.
I got you.
I
I got you,
understand.
Sean. I got
Just
you.
from Friday's episode. To be honest, I was like, what, was that on this episode? Or
No,
was
that
that
was
on
last
the one-
episode.
Last
Definitely
episode.
last
week.
Last
Yeah.
episode. Sorry, Becca.
You're going to feel real bad because Becca sent $69.69. Double fisted.
Whoa.
They deserve the double fist. Come on. They say I passed my exam.
Nice.
I'm
Let's go.
I am officially a licensed stylist / barber.
Whoa.
Thank
Hell
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, John, for the manifestation. And Sean, I'm shocked you remembered me with how bad your memory for people can be. LOL. P.S. Josh, I totally understand about the doll being in storage. Moving is a total hassle.
Oh, this is Becca Boo.
Becca.
So there's your memory.
Right.
Sorry. But yeah,
there it is.
shout out Becca for becoming licensed.
Oh, yeah.
I do need a haircut soon,
Congrats.
but I don't know where you are. So I don't think I can make the trip out. But yeah, congratulations. That's super exciting. And yeah, it will be in storage for at least another 10 months, probably.
Yeah,
Hopefully
expect to see
well.
it next year.
Hopefully
expect to see
less.
it next year.
Hopefully less.
He'll
but-
be there next year.
But thank you, everyone, for sending in the PayPal donations. They go to a charity of your choice because you can select them through the PayPal. But yeah, we appreciate that. Boys, is there anything you want to shout out before we close out the episode?
Reddit on wikishop.com. That's Reddit on wikishop.com. Ice out merch now available.
That is it. Thank you, John and Sean, for coming on and giving your takes today. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We will see you on Friday. Bye.
Later.
And there